Hello and welcome. I'm Carol DeChaine, your intuitive transformational life coach and energy light worker. I'm working on a 5-part thing today. I'm on part number 2 of decluttering your life and your home. And because I talked about the psychological aspects last time, I also want to say that it does lift your spirits when you are decluttering. It makes things feel lighter and brighter in your house when you start working on this sort of thing. It changes your whole feelings and your attitude at home, and it adjusts and moves the energy around in your house. If you've ever done it, you know that's true. So today, I'm talking about where to start. Now that I've talked in the first part about psychologically and how it works for you, today it's where do you start. So before you even think about where you want to start, go ahead and get it in your mind that you're going to have 3 different things that you're going to do. So most people say the 3 things. So we have the toss, the keep, and the give away, right? So you're going to throw it away. So you have a big bin for throwing it away. Keeping, you have a little area you're going to put your keeping, and you maybe have a different sack or something for giving it away. But I think you should have a 4th spot. The 4th one of the, I can't make up my mind right now. I need to think about this later. So the 4th one is going to be, I'm not too sure about this. So find a box that says, look in 2 months or look in 6 months. And you're going to put things in there that you go, I don't know if I need this or not. I can't decide. Put things in that box and then mark the date on it so that you look 6 months from now. 4 to 6 months from now is usually best. Because if you don't care and haven't missed it, you're going to go, what do I even care? But I always recommend looking in the box in 4 to 6 months and not just letting it go without opening it. Because sometimes you forget it's in there, but sometimes you actually go, that's what I've been looking for. And I forgot it was that I had done this. I thought maybe I gave it away. So you want to make sure you look through it at a time when you're not really psychologically in the mood to keep everything. So if you are doing something else and you go, oh, it's time to go look at that box, maybe in the garage or somewhere where it's going to be going out the door, open the box or 2 that you have at that time and look through it and go, nope, nope, nope. And it's going to be so much easier because you've already kind of made up your mind. You're going to let go of it, but it's not going to be as hard as the first time around. You won't have so many unsures again. So at that point, you should be able to say, toss, keep, or give away in your unsure box that you had previously. So you might have 5 different unsure boxes, or I'm not quite sure whether to get rid of it or not, but date them as you go along so you know when you should look in them the next time. Okay? Don't just automatically do it. So that's the first where to start part. Now, you might also want to make sure as you go along that you're looking at the area that you're going to be decluttering. So if you're going to do like something big, like your garage, and you have nowhere to put things back, by all means, think about what you want to buy or how you want to repurpose things. If you have shelving and you want to make sure that you can, you know, empty it out and just re-put things back in there, you don't just want to put it in haphazardly. So maybe you want to buy bins or something that you can put things in. Maybe you have a shelf and you want to put a bookmark or something kind of an end in between so that you have everything here and then on everything on the other side of that is something else. Maybe you want to label things so that you can really know where everything is or buy bins if you need to. And that way, like for paint and stuff, you can put those in there with a little label on it. And you don't have to go in. I have one for wallpapering because I did so much wallpapering at one point and I was like, okay, everything for wallpapering is in here because I always forget what's in this bin. Got to mark it. And make sure if you don't have shelving and you want shelving, that you buy it and put it together so that you pull everything out and put the shelving up. It's going to be one of those bigger projects. But if you don't want to start with that, you can go ahead and just take everything off of one shelf. If you want to start small, and that's totally fine, whatever you're ready for and whatever you have time for, go ahead and decide how big of an area you want to start with. You might just start with that junk drawer I mentioned in the last one, the one that drives you crazy that you always mean to refix. So if you do that, put paper of some sort that's garbage on the floor, like old newspaper or something, dump it upside down. Don't take it out one thing at a time unless it's breakable. Dump it upside down so that you start with a fresh drawer. And then put the drawer to the side and go everything go through it all and decide, give away, toss, or keep. And most of the time, there won't be too many things you're unsure in a junk drawer because you kind of go, unless you don't know what it is, because it's been in there so long. It might be a little end cap for something you're going, did I get rid of this or do I still have this? I have no idea what this is. So you might go, well, maybe I should keep it because maybe I'll need it. But maybe you put those in a little plastic baggie or something I don't know what these are. And next time you put something in a junk drawer, try and put it in a baggie with a little note inside of it that says, or maybe a piece of tape with writing on the outside saying, these are things for this particular bookcase. Because I've done that recently and it's so much easier to figure out what they are instead of looking at some odd thing going, I have no idea what this is. And I don't know what I'm doing it for. So wherever you start, you're good. And if you know you're not going to finish something, if you do something really big, make sure that you start with the smaller areas, whether it's one shelf or one drawer or maybe you start with a closet instead of an entire garage that's maybe a disaster, or a room that maybe is so overflowing you feel overwhelmed. Don't start with something that makes you feel overwhelmed. Start with something small, maybe even something easy. Besides the junk drawer, maybe you have a drawer that's halfway put together already. Maybe you want to start there because you feel better about it. But as you go through, write yourself notes of what you want to use. If you say, okay, this shelving looks great, but it would be so much better if I had like dividers in here or some sort of extra, like what you can put at like Bed Bath and Beyond, you can buy an extra wire thing that you can put in, and then you can have the two different areas of shelving in one shelf. So you put maybe larger plates on the bottom, smaller plates on the top or something. So whatever you're thinking of, write yourself notes. And it is fun to go shopping when you go to organization stores and everything. At least if you're me, it's fun. But the problem is if you go there without knowing what you need, you could get all sorts of things you really don't need. So look around your house first. You may have baskets that you can use. You may already have some things. And you might be able to find stuff from Target or Walmart. That's much cheaper than going to an organization store. Depends on how pretty you want it. And sometimes if you want baskets, they have a lot of stuff there. And it's actually very nice. So there is a lot that I can talk about with decluttering. This is part 2. Part 3 will be next week. And that's going to be all about when do you want to toss things and how you make that decision. I'm Carol DeChaine, and thank you so much for listening to me today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what you hear. I am a life coach, and there's all sorts of information about that on my website, www.connect2joy.com, which the link is below the video. And not only will you find information there about life coaching, but also about energy work, Marconics multidimensional energy to raise your vibration as a being, as well as energy space clearing for your home, which is something that will immensely help clearing out that feeling that's in some of those items that you're getting rid of, but also the ones you're keeping. If you haven't gotten rid of it yet, it will help. And if you've gotten rid of it, but you've kept some other things that still makes your house feel a little heavy, energy space clearing is an amazing choice to try and not overly expensive compared to other things that you may want to do. Thank you for joining me here today. Until next time, I'm Carol DeChaine. Be good, be well, and I wish you much, much joy.